Finally tonight, the starting pay is $52,000, clothing provided. But the employer warns that the job is physically demanding and requires working long hours in undesirable conditions. But Elaine Quijano tells us there is no shortage of applicants for this position, protecting the most famous house in America.
When you think of the Secret Service, you probably think of the plainclothes agents who surround the president. But it's another branch called the Uniform Division that's in charge of securing the White House.
Move back, move back.
This elite force of 1,400 officers has jurisdiction within the White House gates and beyond.
This Uniform Division has very broad arrest powers. We can arrest for local offenses in the District of Columbia as well as the federal offenses.
Sergeant Scott Saris is an instructor at the Secret Service Training Center outside Washington. We were given rare access to the 550-acre wooded facility. It features a mock-up of Marine One and Air Force One. A street set that would be the envy of any Hollywood director is used for simulations of high-intensity scenarios.
We're going to give them a lot of repetitions, and we want to give them repetitions to where they are able to just react as opposed to having to think.
More than 16,000 applied to join last year. Just 200 were chosen.
Is it easier or harder than you thought it would be?
It's been a long journey, I'll say that. It's a lot of training, and it's difficult training.
Recruit Tim Connolly made this year's cut. The former Marine served 2 tours in Iraq.
The Secret Service, we're protecting people. The Marine Corps, you're assaulting the enemy, you're locating and trying to eliminate. So something I've had to focus on in particular, maybe more than some other people, is drawing back and not just rushing through.
In this drill, Connolly found himself outnumbered and outgunned.
It's kind of similar to combat. You can be bored and think that this is an easy job, and all of a sudden you got 3 gunmen taking shots at you. You got to be on your game from moment one. You can't have first day jitters or anything like that, because that could be the day that something bad happens.
The worst happened on November 1st, 1950, when uniformed officer Leslie Kofelt was shot to death protecting President Truman. His sacrifice is remembered each year in a pre-dawn ceremony just steps from the White House. Elaine Quijano, CBS News, Laurel, Maryland.